All right, I think we are live. I am going to be hopping on to 4 tables of 100 NL here on ClubWPT Gold. Buying in for $100 on each table, and we're going to see if we can run it up. Already got a couple of tables picked out. I was just waiting for the stream to start for me to jump on them. Hopefully I'm able to get the stream going without a hitch this time around. I've had a few technical difficulties. Oh, hey, look at this. Pocket jacks on table 4 right off the bat. I've had a few technical difficulties getting these things started, so we are going to see how we do. All right. And there is a beautiful flop for pocket jacks. But we can't be scared to ghost under the bed, and we take it down right away. Never a doubt. So we're off to a good start. If I quit right now, my hourly will be amazing. But I do have, look at this, pocket jacks again. Maybe this is just the jacks table. We are definitely not going to let this gentleman get in here. 68. Wow, okay. We are getting right into it right away. Do I want to play for all of it with jacks? You know what? I'm a nit. I'm just going to fold them. Watch this. Oh, shit. I bet you I was still behind, though. I mean, this guy has a really high VPIP, but I don't think this guy was out there with just nothing. There's aces. So, good lay down me. I would have cracked him, but good fold. Can't be mad at the results. A little suited ace right behind it. We are picking up some hands right away on table 4. We are playing 4 tables at once, as is our standard. And we're going to see how it goes. Looks like we are going live right on time. Let me double check this. We're going to check that. We're going to we are live. I am going to... Yay! Hey, look at that. I'm technically savvy after 3 weeks. I finally figured out how to do a live stream. So yeah, we are rocking and rolling. We got 4 tables up and running. We have the live stream running. I like our chances. I did fold jacks there. Maybe a little nitty. Hey, we're going to pick them up again. Let's just see what happens. This might just be the jacks table, like I said. And, you know, people complain, but if I picked up jacks every time, it wouldn't be the worst thing. We're actually going to go split table here because we have a suited ace on the button over here. And that's always worth a raise. We're definitely going to pop it up against this guy. And they are ace magnets, apparently. But can't be afraid of ghosts. Switch over to 2 and 4. We did get called, so I think we're just going to try to go into a check call shell here. I'm fine with checking. And we win. That's a good thing. Up on table 2, we still have the suited ace. We did flop an ace. This guy does... Oh, good lord, he's a 71% VPIP. So we're probably going to... Who knows? He could be in there with any random ace. He could be in there with a king. He could be in there with whatever. We're going to target... We're going to make it small enough that he can call with all of his shitty hands, like second pair, and we take it down right there. Moving over to table 1, we are catching him fast and furious to start off this stream. We got big slick suited. We're going to split screen it with table... Wow. That is not a good flop. I'm just going to check out of position. We're going to go to 4 table view because down on table 3 we also have a pair of 10s. Definitely worth a call at this point. At table 2, we're going to try to take that... we're just going to go to the ace-king. That's not our party. I'm fine with it. Well, he's all in for $2. I'm definitely going to call him here. And we win that. Nice little win right there. Tables 3 and 4, we'll go split screen on those. We got pocket 9s down below, and yuck. We're going to call that. We're probably beat. Oh no, we are good. Good. Good for us. And on table 4, we have pocket 9s, which swung and missed in a 5-way pot. I am definitely not excited about it at this point. Wow, it is coming in fast and quick. If there's anybody watching, well, I'm in here rambling to myself. I picked up a gutter on a straight flush draw. This still wouldn't be the nuts. I mean, the ace, the 10, the 9. We have the third nut flush draw. But I can tell I'm not invited to this party, so we're just going to kick it on down the road. All right, that was quite a little hurricane to start the session. Where do we start out? We up $20 over here. Oh, we're not done. Ace King on table 4. And we're going to split screen because on table 3 we have Ace Queen suited on the button. Let's see where we're at here. Let's bump that up, and we're going to bump this up. When I'm on the button, I normally like to go 4x instead of 3x. Then I add $1 more for every limper. Just because of the power position, I figure that's worth an extra $1, an extra unit, whatever stakes I'm playing. That's my standard operating procedure. The Ace Queen came right back again. Wow. I played for about 4 hours last night. I did not catch this many hands in hours. It was ridiculous. The Ace King is really not hooking up much of anything right there. Probably just going to fold any sort of bet. Good lord, Ace King again over here on table 3. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. Let's just call this in position and take this fight to the streets. We did flop top pair, so that's plenty license for me to go broke. We're going to raise it up now. Any Broadway card, anything over a 9 is really not the best card. It's going to slow down action. I could possibly bring in a straight or 2 pair for him. If he's in here with King, Queen, so be it. If he's in here with aces, again, so be it. We're only playing 100 big steep. I'm just going to take it down right now if I can, and I'm fine with that. If there's only 1 Broadway card, you know, like if it came down, table 1, Ace, Queen, we got. Well, it came down with 1 Broadway card, I could maybe slow play that, but with 2 Broadway cards, it's just looking really active. I really don't want to mess around too much. Half the deck is bad. All right, over here we pick it up an ace 2. Let's go. Go third pot, keeping all this nonsense, even though it's a pretty dry board. Let's go 850. A little over third pot. I definitely want to keep in his 10s, his kings, his queens. Any sort of pocket pair he has under the ace. I wouldn't be surprised if he leads out here. But anything reasonable, we're calling. Wow. That's really unreasonable. But 70% VPIP. If you got me, you got me, bro. Wow. Nice hand. I just can't fold for that. Not to a 70% VPIP guy. Yeah, that one's a rough one. I mean, that's the kind of draw I wanted to keep in. He just got there. That was a rough start. So we're down 70 bucks on that table, and we're up 30 over here, 20 over there. So we're down about $20 for the session. We started the session with $11.94 in the bank, 400 spread amongst the tables. Going over to table 4, we have an ace-7 suit, and we immediately get 3-bet. And with another caller in the middle there, I'm going to see a flop. It's not our flavor for sure. I'm just going to have to let this one go if somebody continues to bet against us. We are not invited to that party, and that's okay. Table 2's gotten a little short-handed. That's okay, I don't mind playing short-handed. Over on table 3, I've got an ace-queen suited. This is definitely going to be a 3-bet now that there's a third player in the middle. I am not going to piss around with this one. We're going to bump it up to like $17. That's a pretty good flop considering we did not hit a pair. I mean, we're representing all the big pairs, all the big stuff. We could even make ace-king fold. Alright, he's telling me he's not folding for sure. But that's fine. We just hit the nuts. if he's got pocket nines or pocket sixes. That's cool. Nope, just kings. Ship it. That'll do. That'll do just fine. Man, I played for 4 or 5 hours last night. I just could not catch a hand, and when I did, it was second best. Like flopping sets on a monotone board, and the other guy just flops the nut flush. Board doesn't pair. Lost like $600 in 4 hours playing on this. It was one of the worst sessions I've had playing this level. But yeah, this was a wow. Okay, what's his stats? You know what? We're just gonna let that go. We're either barely ahead or way behind, and it doesn't really look like he gets too far out of line. Meanwhile, on table 4, we're in a blind versus blind situation. We have position against a 42% V-pepper. He's going to continue small. You know what? Just let it go. You know what? It's not our fight. He's going to be out there with his dick in the breeze quite often over the next hour, I'm assuming. Go over to table 2. We got a suited king in the blinds. We're going to take a stab at this, see if we can take it down. And we do. Haven't really had a chance to talk much about what's going on in my life because we are just catching non-stop hands, which, I mean, I know you guys are here mostly for the, just mostly here for the poker. But I did have some stuff happen in my life. Maybe we'll get to it over the next hour or so. See Bigfoot Hustles over there in the chat. He's got a Whatnot channel going on. If I had the link, I would drop it in the chat. But go check him out. He does card breaks on the Pokemon and all sorts of other nonsense, baseball cards. He's in the collectible field. Got a pretty good Whatnot channel. Go give him a follow if you have the opportunity. Would have been nice to make the flush over there, but I just don't play Jack 7 suited. Like I said, this guy, he just went all in again. He's out there with his dick in the breeze. So, all right, it looks like I'm not playing any tables currently at the moment, so I will get into just a quick touch of news. Got myself married over the weekend. So yeah, Miss Acme Poker is now Mrs. Acme Poker. You didn't change your mind, so that's a good thing. We made it official in Chicago over the weekend. We went to got married on Saturday, went to a Cubs game on Sunday. They won for us. We were honored season ticket holders of the game for the event, and we got to go up in the scoreboard, wave to the crowd. It was a good time. I mean, it could not have been a better weekend. A touch chilly, but other than that, just absolutely no complaints. So yeah, I now have Mrs. Acme Poker in my life, and we're all out here just doing our thing. She's really not into the game. She knows it enough because I talk poker nonstop, but she doesn't play. But she does, she knows enough to know that a flush loses to a full house and beats a straight. One thing I've always liked is that when I say I'm going out to play cards, she never wishes me luck. She just tells me to have fun. Because, it is a game. Games are supposed to be fun. That's really the most important thing. Who the hell is this guy? What the? What do I do, buddy? Got $20 back to me. I'm getting 2-1. As long as he doesn't have ace, king, or ace, queen, I'm in good shape. Or aces. Yeah, no, I'm in rough shape there. It's gonna be tough to beat that. That sucks. Yeah, I'm a sucker for 2-1. Especially against somebody that has a high VPIP. What are you gonna do? I see we got a couple other people in the chat here. Drop in a hi. Tell me where you're from. If you like the stream, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, I think there's a lot of stuff on YouTube you could find. I see Daniel Negreanu is going for his 8th bracelet in an Omaha event at the World Series, so I will probably be watching that as soon as I'm done doing this. I could raise this over on table 2, but Just gonna play it soft. This guy is 60% VPIPper, only 8% PFR. I will just take it down, but I would expect I'd get called by all sorts of nonsense. If he had any sort of piece of that, he's calling me at least for 1 or 2 streets, and I can easily value bet second pair, which is you know, a fun place to be. Oh, got my good luck charm. Easier with me. Pardon any weird noises. He's trying to rub his face on the microphone because I won't pet him. So you'll have to excuse him. Yeah, he knows not what he does. All right, table 2, I got a king-9 suited in the small blind, and we're going to fold. It's a hand that's worth stealing, but I'm definitely not going to get into an argument with somebody, especially out of position. These guys are both, I mean, look at that, 47 and 54% VPIPs. You can't bluff these guys. That's the only downside, is you just can't bluff them. Yeah, I did go and do a thing. Big deal. BFD. All right, coming back on table 2, we do have an ace-jack offsuit. There's let's see, now we're going to go $4, $5, $6. 6x, because 4x plus the $2 in dead money, we're going to bump that up to 6. That should definitely push the blinds out, possibly the straddle. This guy is a 26%er. He's just limping. I mean, there's a slim chance I could steal this right now, and if that's, I mean, if I could steal through half the time, I'm making money. There's 530 in dead money in the pot. We're going to go split screen real quick to 2 and 4, because I do have pocket 4s down here on table 4. I've been playing these small pocket pairs really passively lately. Look at that, table 2, we just take it down, which is a good thing. I'm just going to check that. It might be a good flop for, Jesus Christ. $51 into a $11 pot. All yours, bro. I mean, what the hell's he doing? He's probably just got a 9, maybe pocket 10s, and he's afraid to lose with them. That's one of those guys, like, if you flop a set, you just nuke him, and if you don't, well, you know, just keep it moving. Yeah, the level of play on this site is just so bad. Yes. Mrs. Acme Poker has absolutely no desire to run away. At least if she does, she's keeping it under her hat. And, you know, that's fine. Just let me believe I'm happy. That's all I could really ask for. All right, we're currently sitting with 665 in the bank. We've had a couple of hands go against us, but we did nuke this table 3. We're down here for a bunch of money, so I'm feeling we're about even. Let's take a look and do some math real quick and see where we are on the session. We got 1248. We started with 1194, so we're up about $50. Not too bad, considering I made a couple of loose calls. Not the worst thing. I mean, since I've been playing these stakes, it seems like when I play 4 tables, I average about $75 an hour, give or take a few dollars, but that seems to be my average over the last month or so. So, you know, $50 in the first 15 minutes, we are running above average. Ace-9 offsuit, nothing but trouble happening right there. We're definitely going to fold that. All right, so table 3, we've got a nice healthy stack. Table 1, we're above average. Or table 2, 1 and 3, we're sitting right around starting stack still. And let's see if we can pick up pocket jacks or something juicy again. Yeah, when we first sat down here, they were coming in fast and furious, which is cool. I mean, it beats just, you know, sitting here staring at a camera trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about for the next hour. I've learned one thing I really know well, and that's poker. And if I don't have anything to talk about... Alright, table 1, I was in the big blind. And, alright. I'm going to focus in on that because I've suddenly turned trips. And those might be good. I mean, we're not going to get a big pot out of this, but I think we might be able to milk a few dollars. Don't raise me, bro. Really? Alright, I got to pay that off. Jesus Christ. Wow. Thank you for not bombing it. That could have been a lot worse. Truly. I mean, he just limped with queens, which is in its own right ridiculous. I guess he played it perfectly. He let me catch up to his second best hand after he flopped a set and turned a boat. Alright. Not how I would have played it, but you can't argue with his results, I guess. Interesting, because now this hand he actually raises to $2, so we know queens isn't in his range. I think we're playing limit poker over here. 3 bets. Oh. Kind of interested to see what we got here. Oh, he check raised. Well, we will never know. Jack 10 offsuit on the button. I mean, I could get myself some trouble with that hand if it's lit. If there's a limp. But no, even a min raise. I mean, the guy's he's a 27-19, so he's probably a pretty reggy kind of player. And much more importantly, on table 3 we picked up queens. So we will take a look with that. I'm going to open to a 3x standard open here. All right, buddy, you got to move. We're trying to make it work, but you can't be on my lap right now. I do have a marginally playable hand over on table 2. If we get to anything worth looking at, I will throw it over to there. I might fold jacks, but I can't fold queens, not yet. Maybe I should have thrown in the 4-bet, but I feel I only get called there. Yeah. I get called by aces and kings if I throw in the 4-bet. Maybe ace-king. I'm going to make a really nitty fold. You guys can roast me in the comments if you want to. I think that's a good fold. Let me know what you think. Time was this? About 20 minutes in? 22. Taking some notes. I'm going to make some reels out of some of these hands. And that one I'd like to know what people think. Jacks and 8-7. So he flopped a set. I was ahead. Eek. Alright, well. I'm just playing really nitty these days. We're going to go over to table 4. I do have a Jack 10 or Queen Jack that I'm c-betting with after raising the flop. And I think the party is over on this one at this point. Yeah. I don't know. Go ahead and roll. Level of poker on this side is so bad. So the guy was down 600 yesterday. Yes, true enough. Sometimes they got to win or they lose interest, apparently. Yeah, no. I was running poorly, playing poorly. It was not my night, that's for sure. And I mean, if you won every day, it would be a job. I don't know. Maybe I should have 4-bet those queens. I'm interested to hear what people have to say about that. All right, we're going to go over to table 2. We just picked up ace-queen. I don't know, I just like to be the one betting. I don't like to be the one calling. When I'm the one calling, it's just... calling is bad. Betting is better. I'm going to 3-bet this one, especially with this dead money in the middle from this guy. And if I can pick it up, that's $25 for the home team without having to see a flop, and that's always a good thing. Yeah, maybe I should have 4-bet that ace-queen, or those queens. I'm being really results-orientated. After the flop, though, I'm just dead. I don't have a... All right, 637 in the bank. We have had to have a few reloads. Let's go around the tables and see how much we got. 243 plus 100 there. 1228. We're still up 30 bucks. $35. It's moving hard and fast. It's bouncing around, but we are grinding out a win. All right, table 2. We were in the big blind with jacking off, my favorite hobby. We were going to c-bet this one. Nobody showed any aggression pre-flop. That's not the best card. I like to overbet in a situation like this. Go almost full pot. Really put the fear of God into him. Who's this guy? Okay, he's a 58%er. I think we can get called by a lot worse here from... Yeah, I think we get called by a lot worse. As long as he doesn't raise. If he raises, we're just crushed. Table 4, we're going to bounce right over there, and we got pocket queens in the big line, or the straddle, I guess. So this table, we have not been able to get much traction going here. This guy's a 40-17. And we got a 25-18 flatting behind. We're definitely putting in a 3-bet here. And we're going to go chunky because we were out of position. But we're going to, first of all, we're going to split screen this because we just picked up aces. This kind of puts us in a weird spot. But this is a good way to isolate. I'm not ever slow playing aces. We win with the queens. We pick up a nice little pot. We push out all the riffraff. Sure, we pushed an 8 out of there. The aces, we just pick up the pot. I mean, it is what it is. He's smart enough to flip whatever the hell he had to a 4-bet, and that's fine. Never stop betting with aces. Just, I mean, like, never. Never. If you think about slow playing aces, don't slow play aces. What the hell's the point? What are you trying to do? Let them catch up to a second best hand? They're just going to go nuts with a pair of kings when the flop comes king high and they're in there with king jack? No. Narrow the ranges. It's a big hand. You're ahead of everything. Get it heads up and get their ranges narrowed down. That way you can make better decisions on the later streets. All right, table 4, we do have a suited ace, 1 off the button. That's always worth a raise. We got a 3-bet. God, he's really short, though. That's the rub. I mean, you know what? If he was full stack, then I would call him, but I mean, he's just so short. I mean, I'm going to call that, and where it's going to be an SPR of 1, and I'm in there with a shitty ace. It's almost like a tournament-type strategy. You want to be playing big cards when you're playing with short blinds. You know, if you want to speculate, you need to be able to have that big SPR coming in behind. Speaking of a speculative hand, I'm gonna 3-bet this. I could have flatted the deuce, the $2 bet, but I'd rather get a heads up. The ace definitely hits my range. The spades hit my hand. This is a nice little hand right here. I like my chances. Do I want to take the free card? I do not. I want to put the pressure on him. He's got a big boy ace. Yeah, see, I might have made something kings or jacks fold right there, which is great. I mean, obviously, he was ahead, whatever he had. I'm pretty sure he had 10 high beat. That's my read as a semi-professional poker player. We're on table one. There was a bet in a 3-bet in front of me. It was $9 cold to call. And I just don't like to cold call bets, even though I would have flopped a set, which would have been fun. Probably could have made a nice pot. But I am not in the business of cold calling 3-bets. It is bad, bad juju doing that. I can promise you. Alright, so we still have a couple of people hanging out in the chat. Love to see where you guys are from. If some of you are subscribers or if you're just popping in, you happen to catch the ad I put up on Facebook in the ClubWPT Gold group or on Reddit, which is the, if you think Facebook is bad, check out Reddit. But I do advertise. I'm trying to get some people to check in with me, see what they think of what I'm doing. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But there's no such thing as bad publicity unless you're P. Diddy. We're going to make a loose call with the ace-8 suited. It's not the worst flop for a speculative call. I would probably put in the... Well, if nobody wants it, I'm going to put in a little bit of a bet here. Get a little chunky. He might be calling with overs, but with 2 people calling, I think I have to give up the ghost on this one. That is unfortunate. Pair of... Oh, wow. He backdoored the flush. Hee hee. And checked it. And I got called by a pair of 7s. Yeah. Could have been something. Could have been trouble. Getting a pop-up saying my audio stream. My audio stream is fine, I think. Let me, I have a... We're on table 1. There was a bet. No, yeah, I can hear myself talking 2 minutes ago, so I'm fine. Maybe because I was just not talking for a moment. All right, down here on table 4, we have a ace-jack offsuit, 1 off the button. That's definitely worth an open. I'm going to get called by the short stack. He was the same guy before the 3-bet me when I had the ace-8. Got a couple of short stacks in here. Problem with the short stack, though, is it's just a cornered animal. I mean, really not much I can do. I mean, hell, ace-jack might even be ahead. Who knows? And now it's definitely ahead. He bets little. We're going to bet him a little back. We're going to milk him back so that he can't get away. And he might call with the 6. Nope. Yep, we called him with the 8. I think we got just about the most out of him we could. Quick over to table 1, picking up this hand already in progress. I opened with ace-10. I'm in against a short stack again. I don't think I can win this. Yeah, he's got a pair of 5s and he had $8 left. He's not going anywhere. Nothing you can do there. All right, see you later. See you later, Bigfoot. Good luck on your whatnot stream. Maybe I'll pop over there. I'm not really into the Pokemon, but you know, rah support and all that nonsense. We do have overall some good tables. I usually try to find a table where I have at least 2 players that have decent stacks and VPIPs over 40%. I mean, they're close. 37. I mean, I'm not going to leave the table for damn sure because of that. This guy's brand new. What's this? 47. All right, this is normally a 3-bet. So we're going to 3-bet it, see what happens. I mean, this is what the internet says, right? Little slick, ace-5 suited. We're getting 4-bet. That's just a fold now. It's never a bluff. You block aces, but I don't block kings, I don't block queens. I don't block all the aces. I'm alright, bro. A couple of tables 1 and 2. We do have some playable hands here. I'm going to put some pressure on him. I'm going to 3-bet that. Especially with this flatter in between. This one we're just going to check. I don't think that reopens the betting. Kind of getting myself into a spot, though. That's gross. Well, a jack would be lovely. Other than that, I don't think we have much hope for this hand. Pair of nines, good for all of it. I don't know, it's actually in decent shape. 2 overs against 2 different pocket pairs. It was a bad, kind of a rough play, but it was positive equity, that's for sure. All right, table 2, we got ace-3 suited. Let's see what we can do over there. I'm just going to fold that. Definitely not as juicy as it was last week when I won about $500 in an hour. All right, table 2, it could be speculative, but not anymore. All right, let's add it up, see where we're at here. 588 in the bank. 171 plus 100 plus 239 plus 125 is 1223. We're still up $27. Not epic, but it beats going in the wrong direction, considering we've had a couple of hands that have just been not the best. All right, let's try it again. We got a half hour left in the stream. Let's see if we can pick it up by our bootstraps here. Ace queen offsuit on table 1, definitely worth a raise. From the small blind, who the hell is this guy? He looks, those are pretty braggy stats. If it was rainbow, I would try to slow play that a little bit, but a heart is just bad. We'll just take it down and that's fine. Wow. Wow. Just looking over here, table 2, 5-6 offsuit, V-pipped that hand. Played it for all the money. Don't think he even had a heart draw. That was insane. Funny, all you gotta do is catch a hand against these guys and you will make a ton. This guy, $100 all in with a open hand straight draw, and he gets there. Gotta love poker. All right, table 4. We got a little something here finally. Ace-7 suited in the big blind. This guy's short. I mean, this is the same guy before. I didn't want to 3-bet him. But I will call one. I will call a single raise, closing the action. A 7 might be good. No sense in slow playing. I mean, if he's slow playing an overpair, I'm just going to have to give him $18.92. All right, coming right back. We got pocket eights in the big blind this time. A couple of reggy type players. We're just going to go set mining with these. I mean, pretty raggedy board, only one over. We might be good. If this guy folds, we're going to flat. I ain't done with this hand yet. I don't know. Lay it down. I'm not really in the business of bluff catching anymore, and I have a feeling that if he bets that, he's gonna bet the third one. This wasn't the best place to be. Ace 9 suited in the small blind now. Another hand, another winner. Definitely gonna throw in a raise on this one. We're up against this short stack. If he jams, we're going with him this time. I like the delayed c-bet on a really low board like this. And I think we're going to have to triple barrel this one. Yeah, we might have been ahead. But when it comes out really low like this, people just float with everything. Your fold equity is next to nothing, it seems like, especially these calling stations. You know, if you've got, VPIP over 30 and a PFR under 6, they're not in the business of folding. They're really not. So it's just not a good place to try to put in a c-bet to take it down. Once the turn comes and it really doesn't develop into much of anything, then you can maybe get a little aggressive, like with a delayed c-bet. Definitely fold there. We're going to switch over to table 1 real quick. We got pocket deuces. It turned into a blind versus straddle situation. I'm going to put in a raise with the pocket pair. I feel pocket pair is good against 2 blind ranges. And if we can take it down, cool. If not, well, we'll flop a set. What's his VPIP? He's pretty reggy. This will just c-bet 1/3 and see what happens. I'd expect a float here, though. No? Okay. Fine with that. Totally cool. Doubtful that deuces would have been good by the time we got to the river. Big boy raise with queens here. Definitely putting in a squeeze. I'm not folding this time. I'm not. Yeah. Kind of hoping he would come over the top. Now, normally in a situation like this, I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna go for just under half of what this guy's stack is. That way, if he decides to check raise, like this guy calls, this guy check raises, I can take it down. I'm gonna check this for a little pocket. God damn, fucking king. All right, I think we're good here. He would have bet a 7. He would have bet a 4, and he might have bet a king. We're probably good. Yeah. That's that thin value. You got to go for that. He's definitely betting almost any. He's betting the full house 7 for sure. Maybe the 4 half the time. King, he's probably going to take a swing at it. When he checks, he just tells me my queens are good, like 95% of the time. And so we make him pay. All right, we are definitely over starting stack on all the tables now. Finally, we were able to get these off the ground. We have 588 in the bank. Let's go around the tables and add up what we got. 168, 172, 36 and 137. 1301. We started with 1194. We are up $107. That's not too shabby for 40 minutes worth of work. 45. Let's see if we can keep it running. Still got a couple of people hanging out in the chat here. I'd love it if you popped in and said hi. I had quite the audience last week. I think I had like 4 people. It was amazing. I've never felt so popular in my entire life. Wow, what a run out on table 1. That's insane. Alright, we do have ace-jack on table 1. It could be something. I just don't make a habit of playing ace-jack for aces out of position. Call me a nit if you want to. I'm fine with it. Even though I flopped 60% of a royal flush. Would have been interesting to see how that played out. Might be good, probably not. What am I hoping he's got? Ace-10? It's just a bad. I mean, I'm flipping it against 9s. I'm out of position. Ace-10. The 9-8 of spades. What am I hoping he has? Exactly that. That's exactly what I'm hoping he has. Other than that, I don't have dick. It's bad. It's all bad. I used to think ace-jack was a good hand. Kind of funny. When I first got into gambling, the ripe old age of 18, I lived in Wisconsin, and they had an Indian casino, Ho Chunk, called that because when you go there, they take a Ho Chunk of your money. And the only thing that was allowed under Wisconsin law at the time for besides slots and video poker was blackjack. And so I played blackjack. And I learned basic strategy right away. Like after my first trip there, and I lost $100. I'm like, well, there's more to it than this. So I learned basic strategy. I actually learned how to count cards. And it took me a long time to realize that counting cards is hard, and when you get good at it, then they just throw you out. So transition to poker. But my transition into poker kind of had a lot of holdover from blackjack. And so looking at ace-10 and ace-king in blackjack, those are the same hand. In poker, not so much. And it took a little while for me to realize that ace-jack, ace-10 are not that great of a hand. What do we got here? Just a gutter to the 4. I'm not in love with the hand, but if he's going to let me get there, I think I have to bet. And I point. Oh well, that's fine. I didn't even, you guys didn't even see that hand. I was in the big blind with 5-7 offsuit. Sorry, I forgot to move the controls over to that table. And he checked all the way down, and I rivered my gut shot. And I picked up the blinds, and I bet half pot into a $4 pot. It was truly epic. It'll go down in the annals of poker history as one of the best played hands in online poker history for sure. Mrs. Acme Poker is making Alfredo pasta. Fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp in it for dinner tonight. Get to have a little bit of a culinary freedom. My stepson is in Michigan after our wedding. He's visiting with his grandparents for the next week or so, and he's lactose intolerant, so we don't get dairy in the house. So when he's not home, mom, sister, and me, I'll pick out what are all the things that we want to eat that he can't have. And top of the list is Alfredo sauce pasta. So that's what we're having tonight. Miss Acme Poker is cooking it up for us tonight as we speak. And it's going to have some shrimp in there, and it's going to be pretty damn tasty. That's a fold. This guy's pretty reggy. He 4-bet me before when I tried to race him with the ace-5. I don't really think he's out there with much. I'd much rather just play these pocket 9s over here. That seems like a real hand. Three betting, huh? Wait, what, $11 back to me? And he's just flatting. Definitely in there now. Well, if he's setting the trap, god damn, then there's this guy. You know what? I'm not getting caught in the middle between these two guys. He could easily be trapping with aces. I don't like it. Smells sus. Would have got there. Would have cracked the shit out of him. That would have been beautiful. But I'm interested to see how it plays out. Wow, that's a big bet. And he snap calls. And he had the jack 9. Wow, he got there. And he flopped a set of 10s. So yeah, I was behind. Alright, we're going to go split screen 3 and 4. We got 8-7 suited on the button. We're going to flat that. And I threw in a raise with the king jack offsuit and to cut off. Or I'm sorry, in the hijack. Basically getting called by everybody. And now we're going to fold that. Hey, we flopped a gutter to a straight flush draw in a 3-hand pot. I like it. I like my chances. Get rid of one. We're gonna change the split screen. We do have pocket 7s over here on table 1. We're gonna call the raise on that. We don't flop anything, so that's that. We take down table 4 just the way it is, and that's always cool. So yeah, those pocket 9s. He was slow playing. He was trapping, and he trapped himself. Mind you, that guy called 15 cold with jack 9. Jack 9 suited he called with. And he turned the straight. Wow, yeah. Wild and crazy stuff. I mean, he flopped open and turned straight. I don't advocate, excuse me, I don't advocate calling a $15, going from 1 to 15, calling a 3-bet cold out of position with jack 9 suited, but, you know, I mean, he has foolish in the name. What are you going to do? All right, we are looking at about 10, 12 minutes left on this live stream. Gonna knock it off right around 7 o'clock tonight. I am a fan of the Alfredo pasta, as I say, and gotta have it. And it's waiting for me. Alright, this one could be possibly, maybe possibly playable. We're going to split screen it down into 1 and 4 because we do have an 8-7 suited. I'm actually more excited about that than the ace-10. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Yeah, that's just a fold. Let's bump this one up. This table has actually kind of gone south as far as playability is concerned. It's just a fold. Out of position. I mean, it's not like they're making a play on me. He's betting his hand. I am a little pleased that I was able to actually figure out how to get the live stream to just go without having to hit a button, or I'm pretty sure I don't have to hit a button to get it to stop either. I found a setting in OBS Studio that does it for me. It hits my button for me. All right, we're split screen tables 3 and 4. I have pocket 3s down here on table 3. Table 4, we are throwing away Jack 10 suited because it got 3-bet in front of us. God bless it. I really would like to play some hands, but I don't play 3-bets out of position with shitty hands. Just the way it goes. It's almost like they beat you to the punch, you know? What can you do? But we are sitting on a nice win right now. Coming into the home stretch. See if I can keep it on my stack. 588 plus 166 plus 162 plus 231 plus 137 equals 1284. We started with 1194, so we're up 90 bucks. Still not too shabby. Beating my hourly average, that's for sure. And hopefully I can whittle down that 600 that I lost yesterday. I picked up $200 playing a single table earlier today at work. For some reason, ClubWPT Gold thinks that my work, a mile and a half away from my house, is in a prohibited area. And not. It is in Central Tennessee, and I own the company, so I'm allowed to play poker there if I want to. It's kind of my thing. All right, table 4, we got pocket deuces. I'm going to raise this. I'm really getting pissed off with these small pocket pairs, though. If you don't hit a set, it's just bloody hell. So I like small pocket pairs so much, let's just get 2 of them. Pocket 5s over here. I mean, 2 pocket pairs, you gotta flop a set on one of them, right? That's like federal law. Gotta flop a set on one of these. Swing and a miss, but it is a paired board. The queen kind of helps my range. I'm going to continue with this one. Another paired board that definitely smacks my range, but we are in a 4-handed pot. I don't normally like to c-bet into 4 people, but this one does hit my range. Hell, and against this guy, I'm going to check behind here. He might be tricky enough to check the... Well, I'm calling him. He's got the ace. Congratulations. I'll call 24 there. Asshole. All right, we're going back tables 3 and 4 again. We have pocket pairs. Four is missed. And the queens get through uncontested, unmolested. How's this guy's stats? I mean, what's he bluffing with? Frustrating for sure. Just fold. Idiots. Alright, looks like it's just about time to wrap up this stream. I'm gonna see here. This one is blind. We're gonna be big blind next hand on this table, so we're going to shut that one down. Do want to thank the people that popped into view. Couple people. Bigfoot Hustles, go check him out on Whatnot. If you're into the Pokemon cards. Pokemon. The Jewish guy, Saul Pokemon. Go check him out. And we will give a final summary as to how we finished up here as soon as we log off these last 3 tables. I think those last couple of hands definitely went against us, but I think we're still up a few dollars. Right, pocket nines. I mean, we've had a lot of pocket pairs here. Let's see if we can flop a set. Who the hell is this guy? You know what? Let's go for broke. I definitely want to isolate him. Don't want any looky-loos hanging around. If we go broke on the last hand, well, that would suck. All right, we got him heads up. What's he got? Queens. One time! No. I think we might actually end up right around even or maybe down a few bucks. So, you know, we got 937 in the bank. 11. It's going to be close. I was in position. I should have called that. This is a race from the button. Definitely towards the bottom of the range. But we got one limper ahead of us. He's playing really light ranges. This definitely hits our range. I want to put in a little bit bigger of a bet. I don't want anybody to continue at this point. I think we just got to fold if he bet. But if he's trapping us, he's trapping us. All right, take down a nice one right at the end. At the buzzer, I'm going to close out table 2. We're down to this last table. The last one we got going on. Got 1,071 in the bank, and it's literally going to come down to make or break on these last few hands. Yeah, we are 123 is our break-even point. I mean, it's a good flop for us. See if we can make a flush. It'd be a nice way to go out. All right. I'm not going anywhere. I think I got to fold now, though. I don't have any gut shots. 8, 7. No. No gut shots, just a naked flush draw. God, it would be nice to hit, but I got to let it go. All right. I think this is the last hand. Oh, we got one more hand. It looks like we're going to finish down $5 for our troubles. Barring any nonsense. Wow, be pipping with 3-9 offsuit. Or you might have been a poster. All right, well, we are out of here. I'm gonna close this table out here. Do a quick recap of where we are at. So we started the stream with 1194.62, and we currently have 1189.79. 94.62 minus 1189.29, so we finished down $4.83. What can you do? Maybe not make so many light dummy calls. I don't think I overfolded too much. I think it was just a little bit of run bad, a little bit of gamble mixed in. We'll get them again next week. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week right around the same time on Tuesday night. See you guys later.